Hey guys, Searsy here. This is the Lazarus Expedition Boss Guide from the Tanking POV. We're going to be covering Scylla and Chartis. I hope this helps make your runs a little smoother, and as always, please like and subscribe if this content helps you. 10 minutes on her. Alright guys, the first boss we're going to be talking about is Scylla. Not an overly complex fight. Taunts are pretty generic as there's no ass to deal with, so just rotate through your taunts as you see fit. You got to watch out for her spear jabs, throws, and swipes. They are pretty devastating as she gains stacks, or buff stacks, should I say. You can tell how many buff stacks she has by the white fist with the X multiplier on the top of her nameplate. At 10 stacks, the orb will spawn, and then you can climb all the way to 25 stacks if you so choose. I would recommend a minimum of 15 stacks, as this will allow you to avoid the wipe mechanics in Phase 2, which we're not even going to discuss because we don't even want to get to that point. So all I really do is make sure I save my fortifying rush or my shield bash if my stamina goes too low. Really, you just got to keep tanking through this, keep rotating your taunts. Make sure you're ready to block those big jabs and swipes as the stacks get above 10. If you happen to be one of the DPSers running around, I would encourage you to stay away from the tank. They should keep aggro long enough throughout the fight so that you really only have to worry about her elemental attacks, which really aren't that powerful. But if you find yourself running away from the elemental attacks, which are chosen at random, you're going to find yourself being swiped with either the jabs, throws, or swipes that we talked about, which will most likely one-shot you when those stacks get up to 15. Once it does get to the required stacks of between 10 and 25, your mage will pull the orb down. This will remove all the damage stacks from the boss, Scylla, and you'll be able to do this 3 times. If you takes more than 3 times, and that's when it's going to execute Phase 2, which is the one-shot wipe mechanics, and we just don't want that at all.
Resolve with fortify / taunt. Heavy through.
Here you can see one of the DPSs is getting where I am, and just like that, they caught a jab. Even though the target boss was not going for them, they were just in line of sight. So again, be wary of your positioning and try to get that backstab damage, guys.
Q for the red.
You can see one of the orbs was just dropped. Rinse and repeat all the way through. This fight should pose no problem for you.
I wouldn't stand by me, bro. That's where the big hits are coming. Those little balls of justice aren't really going to do much against you. But those sweeping attacks will lay you out.
And the final boss for the Lazarus Expedition is the Chartis boss. This is a super simple fight, in my opinion, and probably one of the more easier ones. Of note, you cannot gain aggro from Chartis, so if you wanted to, you could get rid of the taunt gems and go for something with a little more damage. Really, to start off the fight, the tank's going to be in the center doing what they do. You have 2 DPSs on one side and then the DPS healer on the other side destroying the orbs. Once those orbs come down, one of your teammates is going to grab the orbs and drop them in the wells behind you, which you don't really have to worry about because that's their job, not yours. As the fight progresses, he's eventually going to target one of you with a laser beam. All you have to do is walk over to one of the orbs floating. The laser beam will hit the floating orb, and it will knock him down for a damage phase, as you can see right now. Pulling it over, hits the orb. This is where you're going to be able to do the most damage to Chartis. You're going to have 2 opportunities to do this, and I would highly encourage you not to skip any of these damage phases. Other than that, it's really straightforward. There's not a whole lot of complexity here. Again, there's no aggro that you need to acquire. As long as everybody just stays stacked in the middle throughout the fight, the healer, Sacred Ground, can take care of everybody, and you can try to get some extra DPS on him as all his targets are AoE hits. You're going to see that we're going to get it to his health bar down to the C in Chartis. This is typically a good place to stop for the second damage phase, as if you go too far past C, it'll override the laser beam mechanic and you won't get that extra damage multiplier when he falls to the ground.
Hammer Slammer. Big numbers. 4,400 on the boss. Rush for the fortify. Heavy. Shield bash for the taunt. Heavy. Peel back, peel
All
back.
right, as you can see, we got his health bar down to the C in Chartis. Everybody starts to peel back for the most part behind the orb.
Easy peasy.
Instantly, he activates his laser beam, knocking down the orb and himself for his second big damage phase.
19k. 16k on this sword. Solid numbers.
And from here on out, really, guys, it's just a straightforward inflict as much pain as you can upon the boss until he goes down. Hey guys, I hope this helped the future tanks of Eternum. You can always come see content like this live over at Twitch TV, search Searsy. Links also in the description. Take care.